Lakers are complete, and all because of a shooter. But that's not all. Josh Giddey can be completely underestimated, and there's a detail that no one is talking about. And this one, Carmelo Anthony and Kobe Bryant, they could almost have changed everything in the NBA. What really happened behind these stories and how it can impact Lakers now, those you can't miss a second. And let's go to today's news, but first just check it out if you are already subscribed to the channel, because the next videos will be a series of content that will help you stay informed about everything related to Lakers. Activates the notification bell and select the option All, done that we will send everything last minute to leave the backstage Lakers. Lakers fans, we have a goal of likes to hit this 170 likes video. In the last video, we hit the goal in less than an hour, proof that it is Lakers fans' route and leaves the like for us to hit this goal soon. Last hour, my friends. NBA behind the scenes are on fire, and we need to talk about it now. The name that is causing all this agitation? Josh Giddey. Yes, the young ship owner who in the final stretch of last season became practically a triple-double machine. Chicago Bulls seem to have big plans for him, but something is crashing everything. And it's no little. It has money, has a stained negotiation, and has more I-teams. If you think this will end simple, forget it. The scenario is becoming increasingly tense, and, in the midst of it, even ancient history of exchange that almost changed the fate of Lakers has almost changed forever. What is known so far is that Bulls has opened the free agency, offering something in the $80 million for 4 years. This gives $20 million per season, but Giddey wants almost $30 million annually. A brutal difference, especially when it comes to a 21-year-old boy who has not yet reached the peak. Since that first offer, Chicago has not moved in value. Not only does this keep the impasse, but it makes room for other teams to try a bold move. And, according to insiders, there are already franchises probing a possible sign and swap to get him out of there. The problem is that Bulls has a fame that doesn't help. Rivals say that negotiating with them is complicated, and that when changing veterans, they retreat. This would have already fought past deadline movements and can now be repeated. It's as if everyone is expecting a clear signal if they really want to give up Giddey or not. Meanwhile, with each passing day makes the situation more explosive, and the future of this ship owner becomes more uncertain. And when you think the conversation will be only currently rumored, Carmelo Anthony comes out of nowhere bringing a bomb of the past. In an interview, he said that in 2011 he was one step to wear his purple and gold shirt. Yes, almost played alongside Kobe Bryant. According to Melo, the exchange was practically closed. He and Nene would go to the Lakers, while Lamar Odom and Andrew Bynum would go to Denver Nuggets. Just imagine this duo at the height. Kobe coming from 2 straight titles and Melo as one of the best isolated scorers of the league. But as every fan knows, it never materialized. Carmelo ended up going to the New York Knicks in a giant negotiation, and Kobe went on Lakers trying to hold the competitive team. To this day, many people ask themselves, would it have been a new dynasty in the West, or 2 players so dominant in the attack eventually hit the front because of the ball? Right, the future is purple and gold if you see the Lakers dominating the NBA. The most curious thing is that as these stories reappear, Lakers continue with their eyes wide open to the present, and the name on the radar is Sam Hauser from Boston Celtics. A 3-point expert with quick throwing and moving without sharp ball. The kind of piece that fits perfectly next to stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, offering more space in attack and punishing any defense that tries to double the marking in the stars. Last season, Hauser had averages of 8.5 points, 3.2 rebounds, and almost 1 assist per game in just over 21 minutes. The number that draws the most attention is the use 45.1% in the blocks of the court and impressive 41.6% in the balls of 3. We are talking about one of the most consistent snipers of the league. And to top it off, he still adds defensive value, helping the Celtics bank keep a positive balance even without Tatum and Brown on the court. The detail that makes everything more tempting for Lakers is that Hauser has a 4-year contract for about $45 million signed in July 2024. This means that it costs around $11 to $12 million a year, a real find considering what it delivers. If Rob Pelinka can pull this business, Lakers adds not only an elite throwing, but also someone who can completely change the way the attack works. That's where the dilemma comes in. Is it worth betting hard to bring Hauser later this season, or wait to see if the market offers another piece? The history shows that when the Lakers move mid-season, the impact can be immediate. And with the age of LeBron advancing, each movement needs to be accurate. The crowd already begins to imagine Davis receiving double marking, LeBron infiltrating, and ball in the corner for Hauser to kill three. Declare, "Come on, Lakers!" if you think the team is ready for victory. Meanwhile, Giddey's situation at Bulls remains a point of tension. Some analysts believe that if Chicago does not close with him soon, teams like Spurs, Magic, or even Raptors can try an aggressive onslaught. Australian brings a rare combination of game vision, size to position, and ability to score in various forms. The type of ship owner who can become the center of a winning project as long as it has the right environment. But Chicago looks indecisive, and this indecision in the world of the NBA is expensive. Just a wrong move to lose a young player of high potential and have a cast in mediocrity for years. For Lakers, this kind of opportunity is always monitored, and it's not hard to imagine Pelinka and her team analyzing whether Giddey could be a complementary piece for the future, especially when LeBron decides to hang his tennis. And that's exactly where it gets hot, because we're talking about three lines of history that can completely change the league scenario. Josh Giddey's uncertain future, the ghost of that epic exchange that has almost gathered Carmelo Anthony and Kobe Bryant, and the real possibility of Sam Hauser wearing purple and gold to open the court as few can. Each of these pieces stirs the heart of the crowd and leaves that feeling that something big is about to happen. It is no exaggeration to say that we are facing movements that can define the fate of the season and perhaps the next years of Lakers. Now think to me. If Giddey changes teams, if Lakers can pull Hauser in the middle of the race, and if this chemistry fits right away, the conversation about contending changes immediately. The West is more open than many people want to admit, and with the right choices, this franchise may not only play title, but also to return to the fan that feeling of supremacy that made history. What's coming can be much larger than any bold forecast you've ever seen, and that's why you can't turn off for a second. Because each rumor, every detail, and every new information can be the beginning of a gigantic change. And here on the channel, you will have everything before everyone, without curling, and with the naked truth of what happens behind the scenes of the NBA. Declare towards victory. You know that Lakers will surprise this season, and if you want to follow each new bomb that can explode at any time, you already know. Click on the playlist that is fixed in the comments and also on the final screen. There you will find the hottest news, the most insane backstage, and everything you need to know not to get lost when the next big turnaround happens. Go there now and get ready, because what comes ahead can mess with the whole story of this franchise.